June 11, 2018 saw Deputy Duriel Aiken from the Pasco County Sheriff's Office detaining Dr. Catherine Coker on suspicion of running a stop sign close to her residence in Wesley Chapel, Florida. It's worth noting that Dr. Coker managed to reach her home before Deputy Aiken could initiate a traffic stop. Upon reaching her home, Deputy Aiken parked his cruiser on the street and proceeded to approach Dr. Coker after she had parked her vehicle in her driveway and stepped out. Deputy Aiken communicated to Dr. Coker that should she choose to conclude the traffic stop and enter her residence, he would proceed to arrest her under charges of obstruction or what is commonly referred to as resisting.
I don't need a video. I saw you do it.
No, you need a video.
No, I don't. I saw you do it.
We'll be going to court because you did not see me do it.
Okay, if you say so.
Okay, I do say so. You guys have been targeting me because all the neighbors complain, and I'm not doing anything. I don't know, whatever. Write me a ticket for my insurance. I don't know. I can't.
Can you log into it? Or
I don't know. I don't know how. I have no idea how to do it.
So it's AAA?
Yep.
Okay. Oh, just do me a favor. Just hang tight till I'm done, okay?
Yep. A little bit harassment.
She was hauling.
This action is in accordance with Section 843.02 of the Florida statutes, which states, "Whoever shall resist, obstruct, or oppose any officer in the legitimate execution of a lawful duty without resorting to or causing physical harm to the officer's person shall be charged with a misdemeanor." Dwayne Eddie Coker, Dr. Coker's husband, and a detention deputy with the Hillsborough County Sheriff's Office during that period, inquires Deputy Aiken about the situation. Deputy Aiken proceeded to brief him on the matter, explaining that he witnessed Dr. Coker disregarding a stop sign. This observation is consistent with the provisions outlined in Section 316.123 of the Florida statutes.
Okay. Hello, sir.
How's it going?
Not bad, yourself?
Good, good. I'm Eddie Coker.
Deputy Aiken, how you doing?
Hey, man. Yeah, I work for HCSO.
Okay.
So I'm trying to... What happened?
She ran the stop sign.
Constantly call on me. I did not run the stop sign.
Do you have something showing her running the stop sign, or...?
I saw it.
You saw it?
I saw it.
He didn't see it.
In this scenario, Deputy Aiken's testimony would likely hold legal weight and could potentially be enough to establish that Dr. Coker indeed ran the stop sign. However, it's important to acknowledge that a court might also consider the possibility that Dr. Coker's account is accurate and could find her version of events more credible than Deputy Aiken's.
No,
Relax.
No, it's harassment.
Well, as you can see, that's probable cause to do the stop.
Absolutely.
If she wants to take it to court, if she can take it to court, that's up to her.
Is there any way you can give me a one-time professional courtesy if I show you my ID?
I have to. We've been getting complaints in Seven Oaks in general. Because of that, we're enforcing everything.
Okay. Well, I'll be sure to let my agency know that if we stop one of you guys...
Alternatively, a court might determine that there exists reasonable doubt regarding whether Dr. Coker actually ran the stop sign, especially if other testimonies or evidence presented during the court proceedings cast doubt on the incident. Ultimately, the court's decision would hinge on a careful examination of all available evidence and testimonies. Mr. Coker subtly implies that he holds the position of a deputy within the Hillsborough County Sheriff's Office, even though he is in fact a detention center deputy without law enforcement jurisdiction. He further communicates to Deputy Aiken that if he persists in issuing a ticket to Dr. Coker, he'll take the initiative to direct his department to issue tickets to Pasco County officers whenever an opportunity arises. This stands as an alternative to offering these officers a customary professional courtesy. Deputy Aiken unquestionably held the belief that Mr. Coker was a deputy sheriff rather than a detention deputy. Mr. Coker took no action to rectify Deputy Aiken's perception and certainly presented himself in a manner that strongly implied a greater level of legal authority than his official certification as a correctional officer actually granted him. After Deputy Aiken issued the citations to Dr. Coker, Mr. Coker once again requested a professional courtesy from Deputy Aiken. During their exchange, Dr. Coker left the scene and headed inside her home while using a racial slur directed at Deputy Aiken. Deputy Aiken reiterated his stance in defense of issuing the citations. He then shared contact information for his supervisor with Mr. Coker before departing the scene without any further incidents. Following this, Mr. Coker promptly contacted a supervisor to express his grievances regarding the encounter with Deputy Aiken. In this conversation, he explicitly referred to himself as a cop. Eventually, Dr. Coker successfully contested the charges, leading to her acquittal for the offense of running the stop sign. The other citations were also dismissed. However, due to Mr. Coker's behavior during this incident and subsequent internal affairs investigation, he faced administrative charges, including misdirected action in an official investigation, misuse of communications facilities, improper use of an official position, and conduct unbecoming a member of the sheriff's office. As a consequence of these actions, on January 30th, 2020, the Florida Criminal Justice Standards and Training Commission, responsible for certifying law enforcement and correctional officers within the state, made the decision to revoke Mr. Coker's correctional officer certification due to the misuse of public position. And now let's move on to another investigation. On February 4th, 2020, Officer Kevin Munger, employed with the Jacksonville Sheriff's Office, was on duty as an off-duty security guard at a Publix grocery store located in Jacksonville, Florida. During his shift, Tawanda Crowell, a local mother, purchased several items from the store. Subsequently, she left the store area only to re-enter briefly before ultimately exiting the store. Publix manager Anna Augusto Bonner approached Officer Munger and informed him that she had observed Miss Crowell leaving the store with items in a bag, yet she hadn't witnessed a transaction taking place. Responding to this information, Officer Munger approached Miss Crowell, who was by then seated inside her vehicle with her 12-year-old daughter and two nieces seated in the back.
What it's
You
gonna
ain't
come
seen
to.
me sell nothing.
Then show me your receipt.
I will not.
If you took it without paying for it,
I don't
all they,
steal.
then
I
all they
don't
want,
steal.
then all
I
they want,
do not
all they
steal.
want to do is
I don't
not have you
steal.
here.
I don't steal.
Okay, then show me your receipt.
I won't do that.
Why?
I won't do that because,
Do you realize you can go to jail for that?
I realize if I stole it, but I don't steal.
You're not cooperating.
I'm not cooperating because you ain't got no probable cause because they said something. Go watch the camera first.
Ma'am.
I walk back in there with you and go watch the camera. No, I'm upset because I see this every day.
I don't have access to the camera.
Officer Munger proceeded to request that Ms. Crowell provide him with her identification and the receipt for a Publix purchase. Despite his repeated requests, Ms. Crowell declined to comply with his demands. In response, Officer Munger informed her that she would be taken into custody. Officer Munger's decision to arrest Ms. Crowell was likely founded on probable cause, given the information provided by Ms. Augusto Bonner's accusation. Moreover, there is a strong likelihood that a court would recognize Officer Munger's actions as having reasonable suspicion to detain and request identification from Ms. Crowell. However, it's crucial to highlight that Ms. Crowell would not be under a legal obligation to present a receipt or any form of identification. This is a key consideration in the scenario, emphasizing an individual's rights within such circumstances.
No, everybody ain't.
Well, most of them are.
They is.
We can profile anybody.
I see y'all up here every day bothering people.
I don't bother
because they say
anybody.
that. Whoever.
Can you just show
all
me
the
your
officers-
receipt?
No, I'm not gonna do that because that makes absolutely no sense at all. I'm not gonna.
Can
do
I
that.
see your receipt?
If they sent you out here, that means they saw me steal.
They didn't see you go through a
Okay,
register
then, so
and pay.
why not do their protocol is
Step out of the car.
to go look on the camera.
Step out of the car. Step out of the car
I'm
and
not
come with me.
stepping out no car.
Then you're gonna go to jail.
Officer Munger resorted to deploying his taser against Ms. Crowell, causing her to fall to the ground and subsequently restrained her with handcuffs. According to the Jacksonville Sheriff's Office Order 551, which outlines the department's guidelines for response to resistance, it stipulates that officers are authorized to use force at a level that is both reasonable and essential for making an arrest or safeguarding themselves or others from potential physical harm, resistance, or life-threatening situations.
Lieutenant.
Come on.
No.
You're going to go to jail.
No, I'm not.
You're
no,
going to go to
I'm not.
jail.
No, I'm
yes,
not.
you are.
No, I'm
Then
not.
give me your receipt.
I'm not giving you my receipt.
Come on.
No, I'm
You're going
not.
to jail.
No, I'm not.
You're going to jail.
No, I'm not.
You're going
no,
to jail.
I'm not. No, I'm not.
You are going to jail.
No, I'm not.
I'll tell you what I'll do.
No, I'm not.
You're going to jail.
No, I'm not. Call your mama.
Nevertheless, while certain actions by Ms. Crowell upon exiting the vehicle could be interpreted as potentially evasive, the body camera footage notably reveals that when Officer Munger deployed his taser, Ms. Crowell had been standing at a reasonable distance from him, with her hands positioned by her sides for a significant duration. This stance cannot be reasonably classified as active physical resistance. Furthermore, this situation would not have warranted a reasonable officer to believe that Ms. Crowell posed a threat of physical harm or intended to strike him.
Turn around right now.
What am I gonna ask for?
Turn around right now for not cooperating.
Cooperating.
Turn around.
I didn't steal.
Tasing you right now.
I didn't steal nothing. It is.
Officer Munger consistently informs Ms. Crowell that she'll be taken into custody due to her refusal to present her identification and receipt. However, he fails to specify the exact offense for which she would be arrested. Given her protections under the Fourth and Fifth Amendments in this situation, it's important to note that although Ms. Crowell displayed uncooperative behavior, she was not under any legal obligation to furnish Officer Munger with her receipt or identification. Consequently, it's probable that a court would determine that her actions could not result in an obstruction conviction. Ms. Crowell was held in a police vehicle and offered assistance by Jacksonville Fire Rescue EMS to remove taser darts. However, she preferred going to the hospital for dart removal by a licensed physician due to one dart being lodged in a sensitive area. An off-duty officer watched her children until they were picked up. Officer Munger discovered her receipt in her vehicle after her arrest, as shown in camera footage. After a 6-hour wait, she was taken to the hospital for dart removal and then to jail. She was initially charged with resisting arrest without violence, but the charge was dropped by the state attorney's office. An internal investigation by the Jacksonville Sheriff's Office into Officer Munger's conduct took place after a complaint, though the officer was cleared based on body-worn camera evidence. Officer Munger has faced 25 citizen complaints since 2004, with most not resulting in sustained findings. The Sheriff's Office purges officer discipline records after 5 years. Ms. Crowell filed a lawsuit against Publix in June 2020, which was dismissed with prejudice in December 2021 after an undisclosed settlement. Overall, Officer Munger's actions and Ms. Crowell's case involve various legal and investigative proceedings. On June 4, 2021, 3 Locust Grove police officers in Henry County approached YouTuber Hellcat Infamous, suspecting him of loitering and potential involvement in drug-related activities at a gas station. Is the YouTuber related to any drug-related activity? Let's watch the video further and see what happens.
Shows up with 54 male, quick trip, white, Dodge Charger.
Deputy Nicole Colleen Pitts led her colleagues to approach and interrogate the YouTuber about his activities. The other 2 officials made their way to the spot after being called there by the lady officer.
Are you hanging out? Are you meeting somebody? Are you waiting on somebody? Are you lost?
I live on it.
So, the reason I'm asking, we've been here how long? Probably 20 minutes?
30 minutes.
30 minutes?
Yeah,
You haven't got any gas. You haven't gone in and got any food.
No.
You parked at a gas pump. And I know the tank's not on the side. It's on the other side, right?
No, I'll never take this to the gas.
So what are you doing?
The second officer entered the frame and asked the YouTuber whether he was hanging out with friends or doing something else. Subtly inquiring as to why he was there, the man responded that he resides there in response to the question, where the officer stated that they had a good reason to suspect criminal activity in the area due to its long-standing history of such activity.
Just chilling. I don't want to go home. I can't sit in the parking lot. Because I live out here.
Where are you living? You have some ID? What's your ID? Where's the block?
Some people, what's the problem?
Acting all confused, the cop asked the guy again, what exactly is he doing at the gas station? Clueless Hellcat asked whether he's doing something wrong while staying up there, as he was just chilling and grabbing something to eat, which is not wrong.
I mean, you can make it super difficult, but you do.
No, I'm just wondering why y'all. But I've literally been on the phone just talking.
I know.
Go and get your ID.
The YouTuber's identification was requested by the police, and the man complains and asked why she is doing so. The officer then advised the young man not to make matters any more difficult than they already were for themselves. The important thing to note here is, according to the Fourth Amendment of the Constitution of the United States, a police officer is allowed to stop a suspect on the street and frisk him or her without probable cause to arrest if the officer has a reasonable suspicion that the person has committed, is committing, or is about to commit a crime and has a reasonable belief that the person may be armed. Well, in this case, the authorities assert that the YouTuber in question was loitering around the gas station and that the surrounding area was notorious for narcotics trafficking and other forms of criminal activity.
Get your ID, and then while you give us your ID, she can speak with you. But you need to identify yourself, so go and get your ID.
So right now, what it falls under is loitering. Loitering, yes.
Yes.
Because like if you were like getting gas, waiting on somebody, like if you were doing anything other than just kind of like hanging out, it wouldn't be an issue.
Well, I've been on the phone.
We know.
This area is known for narcotic activity. It's known for criminal activity.
The other officer barged in and asked for the man's ID and said that he is needed to be identified, where the lady officer comes and talks about why he's waiting there so long, as the area is quite popular for narcotics activity, and that's why they're asking for the man's identification. The man claimed he lives out here, where the cop says he believed him but still asked for the ID.
Because, you know, everybody...
I've never been like.
Listen,
I know a lot of detectives.
If you notice the folks come, they get their gas and they go.
Yeah, but
So, the state's definition of loitering is doing something not like the norm. Hanging out at the gas pump, not like the norm.
The man gave his ID card for identification. After verifying the YouTuber's ID and discovering no prior criminal records, the officers continued their questioning before ultimately departing without filing any charges. This sequence of events raises questions about the legitimacy of their initial suspicion and the necessity of their prolonged interrogation. The absence of criminal records suggests a lack of reasonable grounds for their continued investigation.
That would add to it, but you didn't, so it makes it a little lot better. You get what I'm saying?
But I literally come here all the time. I live here. That's what I'm trying to tell you.
Yeah, that's fine, but you
fine.
can't just... If you're not doing any business, if you're not getting gas, you're not going to get
I was
food.
actually finna go in there. I just had a phone conversation.
Well, that's cool, but now that we've had this communication, it's what they call dispelling the alarm. Now that we're able to figure out, okay, this guy doesn't have any issues or anything like that.
Now, the lady cop is trying to make the man understand that she came to question due to suspicion, but the man didn't run away after seeing the cop, and that's a green flag that he didn't do anything, to which the man got furious and asked, why would he even run when he's done nothing wrong? To which she replied that it looked better. She was trying to explain why she came in the first place, but her explanation was kind of dumb and baseless. Where the other cop comes in and tried to save the conversation but failed miserably, as the YouTuber claims that he lives nearby and there's nothing wrong with calling on a gas station and talking for a half hour. To which the cop replied that now that we are dispelling the alarm, as they had the conversation with the YouTuber and nothing is wrong here.
It could be by our merry way. But we never met you a day in our life. I've never met you.
I've never gotten
She's never met you. He's never met you. So we're just doing our jobs, what we're getting paid to do.
Go ahead. Now, that's not emergency valid 2301.
The cops have stated they're merely performing the duties for which they are paid, and the lady cop was talking on her walkie-talkie.
You got to, and then head on home, all right?
Yeah, but
Second
that's
thing,
kind of
you're-
crazy.
Look, it's
Like I've never.
Go look up loitering in Georgia
No,
code section.
my father's a retired sheriff.
Okay.
I
Well,
know, but I've never.
like I said, this area is known for drug transactions. We're going to make sure none of that's occurring here tonight. So
The lady cop told the YouTuber to get home, where the YouTuber replied and called her crazy, where the male cop jumps into the conversation and told to look up loitering in Georgia, where it turned out that the YouTuber's father is a retired sheriff, to which the male cop said that the area is known for drug transactions and they're just making sure none of that's occurring there.
Well, no, I race at Silver Dollar. I do track nets. I don't do no drug activity.
And like you said earlier, the reason we got out with you and asked you and didn't just like immediately throw you in handcuffs is called dispelling the alarm. That's all that happened. So, but do these change? Like, can you make them just one regular color?
I can turn them off with a switch.
Okay, so the blue lights, you can't have blue lights.
The female officer stated there's a party going on in the area and they're concerned that there will be drugs involved. Because of this, they approached the YouTuber and asked him about it. However, the situation is completely different than what the officer stated, as there are many people in the gas station, but the police only had suspicions about the YouTuber, possibly because of his race. And they requested the YouTuber to change the color of his car's light, questioning why the blue color light is on rather than the standard one.
And you definitely should. Then you should definitely understand our job. Then you should understand. If you say all these things, and if you're in the profession, you would understand why we're doing our job.
That's why I had no problem.
Right. And we definitely appreciate the cooperation. No, it's not random. We sat there for a while.
The YouTuber tried to explain his point of view, stating that his father's a retired sheriff and he won't do things like that, to which the cop tried to explain himself, stating that the YouTuber should understand where the police are coming from. And then the cop stated they appreciate the cooperation. The policeman tried to explain they saw a guy coming towards the YouTuber and thought it could be drug-related, that's why they intervened, but the YouTuber replied the car he's driving, the guy complimented the car and nothing else.
Affairs going on. Now we're going to be about our way. Because if we thought something nefarious was going on, then we'd be going a whole different direction. You understand? But we have to dispel alarm, make sure nothing nefarious is going on. You understand that?
The officers state that they'll be on their way after conversing with the YouTuber. They explain that if they had suspected any suspicious or illegal activities, their approach would have been different. However, their intention was to dispel any concerns and ensure that no nefarious actions were taking place. They encouraged the YouTuber to familiarize themselves with the relevant code section, specifically mentioning loitering, spelled it out, and recommended looking it up for further information.
Look it up.
Deputy Nicole Pitts, who was one of the cops that was involved in the event, was made to face the consequences of her actions by having her employment with the Locust Grove Police Department terminated. The particular factors that led to her being fired are being kept a secret for time being. During the course of a phone call, Chief of Police Derek Austin verified the accuracy of this information.
Here is Orlando police pulling over the wrong one.
You're good. What agency you with?
I'm the state attorney.
This is Aramis Ayala, the first black state attorney elected in the state of Florida.
Okay. All right. Thank you. Your tag didn't come back. Never seen that before. I'm sorry? Yeah. We're good now.
So it was.
We ran the tag. I've never seen it before. A Florida tag. It's never come back to anything before. So that's the reason for the stop.
Befuddled with the officer's reason, she asks a simple follow-up.
What was the tag run for?
I'm sorry?
What was the tag run for?
Oh, we run tags all the time, whether it's the traffic lights and that sort of stuff. That's how we figure out if, cars were stolen and that sort of thing. Also, the windows were really dark. I don't have a tint measure, but...
You can see Ayala smirking, because she knows what's up.
That's another reason for the stop.
Alright. Do you guys have cards on you?
Yeah, 1 second. Actually, this isn't my...
In a video that recently emerged, Orlando police can be seen pulling over Aramis Ayala, the first black state attorney elected in Florida. Ayala, clearly surprised and confused, questions the reason behind the traffic stop. The officer responds by mentioning that they ran the license plate as part of a routine procedure. Ayala firmly denies any violation of laws and asserts that her license plate and tinted windows are in full compliance with Florida law. Despite her explanation, the video has sparked outrage among some viewers who argue that the traffic stop was racially motivated, implying racial profiling is the reason behind it. This incident has gained significant national attention with news outlets covering the story. Furthermore, it became a part of an ongoing lawsuit involving Ayala and Governor Rick Scott. The lawsuit raises questions about the justification behind Governor Scott's decision to remove Ayala's office from 21 first-degree murder cases, including the trial of accused police killer Markeith Lloyd.
Oh, you kind of match the suspect in the description of what I'm looking for. What's your name? What's your name? Why? Yeah, you do. Yeah, you do. Okay, well, like I said, just come here. We're trying to figure this out, man.
Working out? Serious?
Do what?
I'm working out. I'm doing a run.
I just got a call for a family violence.
Dude.
What's your name, dude?
I'm not giving my name. I'm just here working out.
Okay, if that's all it is,
Then
I just
let
need
me
to get your
go.
name. That's not. I need to know your
I'm
name.
not giving you my name. I don't have to give you my name.
The San Antonio Police Department pulled this on an innocent man.
Okay, why are you acting like this, man?
Because I'm working out and you're bothering me. I'm being bothered on a
Because
fucking
you
normal
match the
run.
description of
I don't
somebody that
care
just
what
choked your
description.
girl.
I don't care what description. I just want to do my damn run.
All I need to know is your name.
Damn, dude. Do a damn run.
All I need to know is any kind of information you got.
I don't have any information to give to you. I'm
What's
on
your
the
name?
run.
What's your name then?
You're not getting that information.
Okay, well then you're gonna be detained right now, okay?
Okay, for what?
For being a suspect of family violence until I figure out who you are. Okay. I'm gonna put you in the back of my car, okay? Since you wanna act like that.
No, I'm gonna be right here.
No, you're not. You're going to the back of my
I
car
want to
until I
sit
get
right
this
here. I
figured out.
didn't do anything. I want to sit right here in the grass.
You're gonna go in the car.
In another incident, a man is seen being detained by San Antonio Police Department officers. The man questions why he's being detained, to which officers respond that he matches the description of a suspect involved in a family violence case. The man asserts his innocence and refuses to provide his identification, stating that he is working and being bothered unnecessarily.
Doing
All I
wrong.
need to know what's your name.
So,
That was
did
it.
I break a rule?
Any kind of ID or anything on you.
Don't touch me, bro. I don't set you a search.
I'm not searching you. I'm just
You're
fixing
touching
you.
me. No,
Okay.
you're not fixing me. You're touching my shorts and going to my...
Why are you acting like this, man? All
Why
I
do
need
you
to know
think?
is your name.
Why do you think?
Because I just got a family violence call and my
Okay.
victim said that you matched the suspect. Well, you're not under arrest. You're just being detained right now. All I need to know is your info, and that was it. And we'll get you out of here. But if you want to play like this, it's just going to be a long run, man. So, where do you live at? No. Not going to answer me? Why? Why?
The officers attempt to search the man, but he resists, insisting that they have no right to search him. The situation escalates as the officers forcefully try to place the man in their patrol car while he continues to protest his innocence. The man mentions that he's a lawyer and records the encounter live on Facebook to ensure transparency.
Look, I'm a lawyer, man. I don't have to cooperate whatsoever with you. If you want to take me, please do. 1 second, please. All right, so we're recording this live. I don't trust the cops whatsoever. Sorry, that's just my opinion. I'm not going to provide you any information, sir.
Okay. Man, what's your name?
Do not cooperate. I'm a lawyer.
I understand you have video of what happened earlier, sir?
Yep, posted live on Facebook for everybody.
What's the Facebook account it's posted on?
I'm not providing you any information.
And your birthday, man?
Do I have to give you?
You do not.
Okay. Do you want your card back, man? Okay. All right. You guys have a good day, okay?
The person who was a witness came to the station and told them he didn't like what he saw and uploaded it online afterwards. The officers came back for his name and birthday, but he refused to give it to them. The man records the encounter live on Facebook and expresses his distrust of police. The conversation ends with the officers returning the man's identification card and allowing him to leave, while he asserts his rights and states that he does not trust the police. Now let's move to another video.
Turn around, put your hands behind your back, now! Okay, okay. Now! Okay, it's behind my back, sir.
In a recent incident in Pittsburgh, a police officer named Paul Abel found himself in a humiliating situation that was captured on camera.
You didn't listen. I told you to go away.
I didn't do it.
You didn't want to listen.
You told me to go away for what reason?
Dude, I don't have to sit here and have conversations.
Did I commit a crime?
Did I tell you to give me your ID?
Ma'am, I'm on.
Bystanders who witnessed the incident began to question Officer Abel's actions and demanded an explanation as to why he was making an arrest without any apparent justification.
Hey.
Why is he under arrest?
Dude, I'm hacked.
Can you please tell me?
I know this kid since he was 3 years old.
I don't care.
Okay?
Can you please tell me what I'm under arrest
Would
for?
you sit down?
Okay.
Get down on the ground.
Can you please tell me what I'm under arrest for, sir?
Failure to disperse.
Disperse for what reason?
Failure to disperse.
During the incident, Officer Abel was accused of using a taser on an individual and conducting an illegal search of a bystander's bag.
3806, Abel, please walk away. Give me space.
Please keep
I don't want to walk away.
Please keep recording.
Sure.
Walk back
got
in.
it.
We know his sister, his father. He's a member of his community. He works at the JC.
This,
the problem is?
this is out of
He
hand.
decided to be disrespectful to me.
He's allowed to do
That's,
that.
yeah, he's allowed to
It doesn't
be.
matter.
Yeah.
No.
You're being absolutely out of hand.
I'm not allowed to tell you what he did. You want to know what he did?
disrespectful.
Then walk away. If you don't want to know what he did, then walk away.
I want to know what he did. What did he do?
Are you going to interrupt me again?
Here's what you said he did.
I told him to
said-
walk away. He kept blocking the entrance. I said it 3 times.
Okay.
Wouldn't move.
Is it a public thoroughfare? Is it private property?
Right now it is.
These actions raise concerns about police brutality and the disregard for the experiences of minorities, as the incident occurred in the context of ongoing discussions about the mistreatment of marginalized communities by law enforcement. What further amplifies these concerns is Officer Abel's history of controversial incidents. In one instance, he mistakenly assaulted an innocent person after pursuing someone he believed had assaulted him in a bar. The individual was ultimately found to be the wrong person, but Officer Abel faced no legal consequences for his actions. The city, however, did pay a civil settlement of around $45,000. In a recent incident,
You shouldn't engage him no information. That's illegal. This illegal search.
Did somebody else stop you today?
Don't worry. No, he ain't gotta answer no questions. He ain't gotta answer no questions.
Just so you know, I got a body cam.
It don't matter. It ain't on though right now. You didn't press the button. I know law, bro. If you ain't committing no crime, you ain't got no business right here asking no question, interrogating them. This is a legal detain. What crime was committed? Who they say was watching? Who they said that did it? Who are you looking for? What's the person's name? What's the description of the person, officer? What's your badge number? What's your badge number?
Rosenbaum 161.
161? Okay. I'll be calling your office. They know who I am, Toy Battle. You have suspicion?
I'm not stopping.
You have suspicion? Well, you ain't supposed to ask that, though, because you're running them right now in leads.
You're free to go right now.
Yeah, you is free to go. He is free to go. He always free to go. And don't ask nobody else on how with their name without them committing crimes. That is illegal. Y'all time is almost up. All right? Don't ask nobody their name and their ID. That's illegal.
Everybody good out here?
Yeah, everybody always good out here. We only good when you ain't out here manipulating people. Have a nice day. Stop scanning people's names. Find some real criminals.
Police officers caught harassing black men, and the entire incident was recorded. The person who recorded the incident demonstrated a deep understanding of their rights and courageously questioned the officer's actions. The video serves as a stark reminder of the pervasive issue of racial injustice and police brutality that occurs on a daily basis. The incident also draws attention to Colin Kaepernick, a prominent figure who protested against racial injustice by taking a knee during the national anthem. Kaepernick's activism led to the establishment of the Know Your Rights campaign, which aimed to educate and empower individuals, particularly youth, on interacting with law enforcement and understanding their rights. Other instances of racial profiling and injustices faced by black individuals. One such case is Michael Bennett, a professional football player who was wrongly accused of injuring a paraplegic woman during the Super Bowl. Despite new video evidence clearing his name, Bennett's case exemplifies the challenges faced by black individuals in the face of racial profiling. There are so many issues that are unaddressed.